From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is Wake Up Weather.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Kelly Rawson here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We're live at 6 a.m. Yes, it is still quite cold out there, but warmer temperatures are in our near future, including this afternoon. But temperatures chilly across the region. You will need to layer up this morning as you head out the door. No need to worry about any rain gear, though, for today. Temperatures anywhere from the teens to the upper 20s. So quite the temperature spread, but everybody below freezing this morning. Lewisburg checking in at 19, cold spot in Pulaski at 18 degrees this morning. Some of those more rural areas may be a little bit closer to the mid-teens this morning. Other places checking in the 20s. Fayetteville 28, Athens 22, Moulton 20, Florence and the Quad Cities at 21 this morning. So yes, very chilly, but at least we don't have much of a wind chill. In fact, winds are pretty calm, blowing just about maybe variable to about 3-4 miles an hour. So a light wind, a much needed change of pace compared to the last few days. But yes, still quite cold out there, but we do have warmer temperatures on the way this afternoon. More on that here in just a moment, but a nice clear sky is what we have here in Lawrenceburg. Temperatures in the 20s, dew points in the teens, so some dry air starting to settle in, but that will start to change later on this afternoon. A wind out of the south blowing about 6 miles an hour right now here in Lawrenceburg on our Arctic Air Heating and Air Conditioning Skycam network. A nice calm scene in downtown Pulaski. Good morning to you tuning in Murray County. Temperatures in the low to mid 20s as well. Wind calm at this time at the 6 o'clock hour on this Tuesday. A nice beautiful blue sky, or I should say clear sky. It will be blue soon enough as the sun peeks over the horizon. A wind out of the east northeast about 6 miles an hour. Temperatures I think a little bit colder than what we're showing there into the 20s there in Florence and the Quad Cities. But we see abundant sunshine for the rest of this morning, even much of the afternoon. You see here on Futurecast, not a cloud in the sky through mid-afternoon. Temperatures warming up into the lower to mid 50s for today. So we're starting that gradual warming trend before we reach the 60s before long. But cloud cover starts to increase into the evening and overnight. I think overnight should be mostly dry, but by about 6, 7, 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning, we're going to see just a few spotty showers. Not a widespread issue, but it may be enough for you to grab the rain gear as you head out the door for Wednesday morning. And then by the time we get to Wednesday afternoon, these showers should be out of here, but you may want to have the rain gear just in case, and you will certainly need it on a Thursday. So minimal rain chances on Wednesday, but still the chance for some morning showers certainly there. And then we see more scattered to widespread rain and storms by the time we get to Thursday. Now temperatures on Thursday will get up into the low to maybe even mid 60s before all of this rain arrives. In terms of thunderstorms, general run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, maybe a stronger storm or two with some gusty winds, but not really expecting severe weather on a Thursday. We'll of course let you know if that changes. Otherwise, a widespread rainy, thundery mess for Thursday afternoon into the evening. And then by the time we get to Friday, that system is long gone. High pressure settles in. We are back to sunshine, but cooler temperatures on Friday. I'll have those here in just a moment. And then even into the weekend, we are looking relatively dry until our next rain chance by Saturday night. Temperatures warming nicely over the next few days. Lower 50s for today, mid 50s by your Wednesday, low to mid 60s on Thursday. Again, that's ahead of that rain and thunderstorm chance. And then we cool off thanks to that frontal system moving through, but it will be a short-lived cool down, and it won't be as dramatic as the one we just recently had. Temperatures will fall, though. You'll notice a big difference from Thursday to Friday. Mid 40s for your Friday. Temperatures for the evenings getting down quite low, but then we're right back to the 60s by the time we get to the weekend. So warmer temperatures are in store for the rest of the week, of course, with the exception of Friday. Now for the bus stop, heading out anytime soon. Again, very cold, so be sure to bundle up and layer up this morning. A lot of folks in the 20s, some of you guys in southern middle Tennessee in the upper teens. So you're going to need a bundle and layer up once again, just like you have been the last few mornings. But by the afternoon, we will be feeling much better. Still a little bit chilly, but temperatures warming up into those lower 50s. Again, plenty of sunshine for today. Clouds increase later on this afternoon and closer to sunset before or after reaching the lower 50s for today, and then mid 50s by your Wednesday. Again, a few morning showers for Wednesday, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to have the rain gear with you for tomorrow. Today, you probably won't need it. For your Thursday, again, showers and storms expected, scattered to widespread in coverage, expecting general typical run-of-the-mill thunderstorms. Like I said, we'll let you know if that changes, but we will reach the 60s on Thursday, and then of course all good things must come to an end. We cool down for Friday, mostly sunny. Temperatures in the mid 40s, but we're right back into the 60s by the weekend. That's a look at your local weather forecast. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.